Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
What's new from Apple? There's the new iPhone 16 Pro, built for Apple Intelligence. And it comes with the all-new camera control, giving you an easier way to quickly access your camera tools. The new Apple Watch Series 10 has our biggest display and our thinnest design ever. And this? It's the sound of active noise cancellation, now available on one of 2 new AirPods 4 models. So quiet. Check out all of the new products and new features at apple.com. You can even buy yourself something new. See apple.com for product availability updates. Apple Intelligence coming this fall.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, the rabbit hole of stuff, why we can't buy our way to happiness, by Leah McLellan with tinybuddha.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. I'm going to jump right into our next article as we optimize your life. The Rabbit Hole of Stuff, Why We Can't Buy Our Way to Happiness, by Leah McLellan with tinybuddha.com. Quote, happiness can only be found if you free yourself from all other distractions. Saul Bellow. When I was 20, I bought my first serious piece of furniture. It was a sofa covered in a nubby sort of fabric, a creamy shade of white with tan and light brown threads woven through that made the modern style seem warm and welcoming. It was beautiful, and on that day my sofa arrived, I celebrated. I celebrated not only a beautiful addition to my little apartment, but also a step into adulthood. After all, I bought it on credit, and I was thrilled that a social authority as important as a fancy furniture store should give me and my waitress job a nod of approval. But my joy was tempered by a sobering thought that felt like a weight on my shoulders. I can't fit this sofa in my backpack. I'd been traveling, working, writing, and figuring out life for a few years already, but I still wasn't where I wanted to be, and I didn't have the words to express the feeling that I was only vaguely aware of. But I was feeling something, and I ignored it. Over the next 10 years or so, and almost as many living situations, my sofa and I took in a bedroom and a kitchen set, along with an entire house full of furniture. A husband, too. I had just finally finished grad school, and my goal was to write full-time as a freelancer instead of part-time as I had been. I wanted to write more poetry, teach writing, play my guitar, travel, live my life as I dreamed of living it. The sparkle of shiny new toys pulled me in directions that made my goals almost impossible. But 2 incomes suddenly made lots of other stuff possible. A lavish wedding, a big house, complete remodeling, and a new patio. Redecorating, buying just the right outdoor furniture, planting flowers, trees, and bushes. I even built a koi pond with a waterfall. I taught for a few years, but I was hardly writing, and I was losing my focus. I was getting confused with too many choices, no planning, and too little experience. I struggled with time management, and I usually failed. I became a wine expert and drank it far more often than I wrote about it. I fell into the rabbit hole called stuff. I'd never had much, but now closets were stuffed with games and skis and skates and snorkeling gear. Expertly organized closets promised to restore order, but they sagged with the weight of suitcases and carry-ons, cameras and camcorders, and clothes for every situation. Tools stuffed a garage and a shed, while the finest wine glasses, china, and gadgets took over the kitchen. An enormous 100-year-old piano rolled into place in the melange. The house was bulging and sinking at the same time. I wasn't writing. I was falling apart, and I couldn't work. I saw doctor after doctor for muscle pain, chest pain, and insomnia, nightmares even. The hot tub was supposed to help with the stress, but it was just more stuff. There were other problems in my marriage too, serious problems, and I finally gave up trying to get things back on course. And I got rid of the last of the stuff just a few days ago. I have other, more important things to do than take care of stuff. I'm a bit older now, a bit wiser, and I'm listening to that inner voice I ignored so long ago. I'm catching up on what I should have been doing, writing, improving my writing, and teaching it. What I wanted to be doing, but couldn't because I wasn't focused. It's time to strap on my backpack again. It was never meant to carry a sofa, but my laptop fits just fine. I'm glad I recognized the crazy path I was on while I'm still relatively young. My lessons were painful, and I wish someone would have given me a good, swift kick and made me look in the mirror. Why didn't anyone shout, "Why aren't you writing? What happened to your goals? Focus." Maybe I had to learn my own lessons, but I'm not afraid to shout them out now, nice and loud. Number 1, the stuff you can buy is a distraction that won't help you reach your goals. It's like an addiction or a temporary fix. And no matter what you see online, in magazines or on TV shows that promote home and garden ideas or lifestyles, even simple or minimalist lifestyles, remember, it's a business trying to sell you products that promise happiness. Don't fall for it. Number 2, stuff creates a false sense of self. I'm creative and I love beauty, but somehow unconsciously, by creating a beautiful home with lots of stuff, I was also fashioning myself into someone I thought I wanted to be, something others wanted me to be. But I was already myself, and the path with the least resistance, the path that offered the most immediate reward, didn't leave time for the hard stuff, my goals and my writing. Number 3, stuff can blind you. The friends I made back then are long gone. I was naive, and if I hadn't been seduced by stuff, expensive dinners, flowers for every occasion, a huge diamond engagement ring that really wasn't me, I might have seen that my relationship could never work. I was the poet in black trying to fit into someone else's upscale suburban lifestyle, and there wasn't room for anything else, much less me. Number 4, material stuff keeps you busy with material stuff. My life plan didn't include all the stuff money can buy, but the money spent wasn't the problem. The problem was that I worshiped at the altar of materialism, and I sacrificed myself and my goals. What's the point of spending time and effort on stuff when it leaves little or no time for your real goals? And number 5, stuff distracts us from ourselves. A solid relationship is created with empathy, love, and communication, not stuff. But we nurtured our marriage with home and garden TV or the Food Network, furniture showrooms, and glossy magazines with products that promise the good life. And underneath it all, I just wanted the space to work on my own goals, not another set of china, a new TV, or a new gadget. Some stuff is important, and there's nothing wrong with buying what you need, but it's all about priorities and the price you might pay for stuff that doesn't support your goals and dreams. Think about it. Are you working towards your goals and the things that truly matter to you, or are you down the rabbit hole? You just listened to the post titled, "The Rabbit Hole of Stuff, Why We Can't Buy Our Way to Happiness" by Leah McLellan with tinybuddha.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. It's a simple concept, but not necessarily an easy concept. Right now, high interest rates have crushed the real estate market. Prices are falling and properties are available at a discount, which means F.I.R.E believes now is the time to expand the F.I.R.E flagship fund's billion-dollar real estate portfolio. You can add the F.I.R.E flagship fund to your portfolio in minutes by visiting fundrise.com/OFD. That's FUNDRISE fundrise.com/OFD. Carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Fundrise flagship fund before investing. This and other information can be found in the fund's prospectus at fundrise.com/OFD. This is a paid advertisement.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
This post reminds me that if you're not careful, the stuff you own could end up owning you. The cost of stuff is not just monetary. It takes up physical and mental space in our lives. We have to maintain the stuff, protect the stuff, and replace the stuff. We spend a lot of time thinking about our stuff, organizing or consolidating our stuff, and setting goals to acquire more stuff in the future. But the way we spend any resource, whether it's our time, our money, or our energy, is a reflection of what we value. If we value being materialistic, then spending all this time, money, and energy on our stuff makes perfect sense. But most of us don't claim to be materialistic. We state that we value our family, our relationships, our health, and having experiences that help us to feel free and joyful. I've come to realize that the less materialistic I am, the more idealistic I get to be. I get to have full autonomy over my time and live a lifestyle that isn't constricted by stuff. It's a wild thing to suggest in our consumerist, materialistic culture, but questioning our social norms on this topic has been a worthy exercise for me personally. That'll do it for today and another episode of Optimal Finance Daily. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back with you tomorrow with more. So I'll see you there where your optimal life awaits.